Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. A lot of things happening in Tamil Nadu, not just in DMK, but within DMK as well as without DMK, that is in ADMK also. A whole bunch of things have been happening. We're going to share with you some amazing stuff that has not seen the light of the day in Tamil Nadu, and for discussing all these things and also analyzing what is happening underneath, let's welcome our guest of the evening, Sriram Seshadri. Sriramji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel.
Namaskar, Sri Iyer. Namaskar, Sri Iyer. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. I'm sorry, I just took a small slight delay before I could set it right.
Sure.
These things happen sometimes. Sriramji, I have a theory, right? And I'll share the theory after you've made your opening remarks. I want you to tell us whether PTR has set a cat among the pigeons of the DMK, because he was seen as a close guy of Sabarisan, both from the same community.
Yes.
Many of you outside of Tamil Nadu may not know this. Community is very, very important in Tamil Nadu. They'll all talk social justice. But so what is happening, sir? Between the two of them, what is happening?
Actually, PTR is known to speak out his mind always. He never minces his word. He never, hides his, inhibitions. So he is known to speak up his mind always. And most of the time, he may come across as an arrogant, person. But he has stuff. He has sufficient amount of intellectual arrogance always. That is fine, as long as, he maintains without degrading anybody else. And he definitely has set the cat amongst the pigeon within DMK. I'm very sure that both the audio tapes that came out, one released by a journalist, another by Annamalai subsequently, both were genuine, because PTR's response to that was very, very feeble and weak. More importantly, for the second video, he gave out a video speech. And in that, if you observe his body language, one side he has kept Stalin's image, another side, all those, paraphernalia. PTR is never known to speak from a written speech. I've observed, except for his budget speech, which he has to, but otherwise he is an extempore orator, and he was actually delivering a prepared speech in front of him. So maybe he was compelled to say what he said. Second, on top of that, he said, Sabarisan is an inspiration. Sabarisan is a guiding force for him. Very, very unfortunate, because Sabarisan is not in any government position. He was not a ministry. He is extra, beyond the government, beyond any bureaucracy. How could he be an inspiration and, guiding force for him in the ministry? So he lets out some of these things as, probably some amount of, clue that it was something that he was forced to say. What he had said, knowing PTR very well, he will not keep quiet. The moment, if what is revealed in the tape is false and then fabricated, by now at least dime a dozen cases would have been filed on several people who criticized him. They would have been arrested, put behind bars, including at least, if not at least, a criminal prosecution would have been initiated. So he did not do that, which means he himself knows that what he said was true. And if he goes for a criminal prosecution and then, it goes for a judicial verification, then it will go for a forensic audit, and forensic analysis will reveal that what he said was his voice and it is not a fabricated one. Because the first audio was about 40 seconds. Even if someone believes that, 100 words are spoken, 40 seconds, 100 words picked up from various corners of various speeches of his and then mixing it, it's a nightmare for any audio engineer to fabricate such things. So he knows very well that what he said was true. That is why he is not taking any legal action. He doesn't want to he says that he doesn't want to give a legitimacy. He is not known to do that. He has always gone after people who had criticized him. So he intellectually very strong person, intellectually arrogant person, but he had been made to stoop to the level of considering Sabarisan, and that too. Look at his educational qualification. He is a BE from IIT, so NIT, and then he is a Sloan educated. So excellent track record of his educational track record. And he says that Sabarisan is his guiding force. Very, very unfortunate. I think that's where I don't think that, whatever the tape has revealed, at least there is some truth in it. So unless otherwise it is put to judicial scrutiny, we will not know the truth. This itself is a fact that, there is some meat into this, event, Sri Iyer.
Sriramji, I'm going to put one Companies House document. Can we have the graphic, please? All right. This is Spacetel UK Ltd. It's a company that has been registered in October of last year. And the director is Mr. Sabarisan Vedamurthy. This is just a sample of several such companies in which Mr. Sabarisan has now become director. Viewers, this is how we caught Mr. Rahul Gandhi in back ops. This is how we caught Sharad Pawar in his company. And in fact, we kind of let Sharad Pawar be on the other on the side. We didn't want to go after him, me and some of the other people, investigators, because we felt that why take too many people? So we were concentrating on Mr. Chidambaram and the Gandhi family. I'm talking about 5-6 years ago. But the Company House documents don't lie. It is exactly here where we caught Mr. Rahul Gandhi's signed deposition saying that he is a British citizen.
Right.
So this is pretty damning, and for PTR to do a volte-face is very unfortunate. But clearly he's under some amount of pressure. I'm seeing some comments coming, Sriram, that he may have gone to either Canada or Australia. I discount Canada. I think it's Australia. Anyway, this is just my 2 cents. We don't know. Also, I'm trying to get a confirmation also. As we continue in this conversation, if I get any update, I'll share that. Square, the raids are still continuing, sir, 5th day.
Yes.
Give us a little bit more about what is happening there.
See, Square, I think, yesterday or day before yesterday in the same show, we talked about it. This person who was earlier known as Ramajayam today is called as Square Bala. I think, he is just a front for most of DMK's family's fund to be moved around, in the trade. And 5th day, there is a IT raid which has started happening. I think it's not going to stop with IT raid. It will get converted to enforcement directorate, because IT, if they find any problem with filings and disproportionate income not being declared, it's a question, or even cash transactions, it's a question of penalty. There's no criminal prosecution that would happen as per the Income Tax Act. It's only a maximum is a penalty, and with which it will stop. Actually speaking, what Narendra Modi did was, they actually removed a concept called settlement commission. As part of Income Tax Department, there used to be something called a settlement commission. Say, whenever there is a problem that happens, and then, eventually the IT sleuths are going to find out that there is some malpractice in the business, people can actually appeal to the settlement commission and then go for a settlement. Like in the US, you go for a attorney settlement. Here in income tax, you can go for a settlement so that, you could avoid penalties and other stuff, and then you could come out clean and then, clean your books. So because that settlement commission was taken away, and now there is a huge amount of scrutiny is happening on cases closed by settlement commission before it was wound up. I think that is where this particular raid on Square has come up, because they had in 2019 also there was a raid, if people remember, or if they have their memory. Just before the Lok Sabha election, there was a raid conducted on Square with a similar objective, but nothing happened on that. But I think that is where they went to settlement commission and then tried to close some of these issues that they had, and those are the cases that are being picked up by the current investigation team of financial crime investigation team of income tax. I think that is where the Square is caught. And Square, I think, seems, because for 5th day, because any of these raids cannot stop until they close it. 24/7, until the income tax people are comfortable, they get the Panchanama signed by the people whom they have raided, as to whatever confiscation happened and whatever cash or unaccounted or accounting books, everything that was been confiscated, and all their wealth or cash, jewelry, and everything else, documents accounted for. Until that is done, the income tax raid is not over. This is as per law. So if it is going into fifth day and then waiting for more and more people to come for an interrogation before they even close this 50 places of income tax raid, I think this is significant. I have not seen any income tax raid going for more than 3 days in the past, at least in Tamil Nadu. And going into fifth day and then it is not yet over means that they are having some significant amount of documentation being found out, and eventually this will get converted into an economic ED enforcement directorate case, and that is when the criminal prosecutions can happen. That is where the money laundering can be investigated. Like Annamalai told on 14th of April about DMK files, there is some amount of money laundering cases that he talked about. All these things will come out now. So it is just the tip of the iceberg that is being investigated. Once they go deeper into it, there may be a lot of skeletons in the cupboard, in my opinion, Shreya.
Thank you so much, Sriramji. One interesting information I've got, I don't know how this is true or not. PTR is on his way, or he's already arrived to the United States of America on an official delegation with the permission of the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. This is what I've been told. I don't know. I have no confirmed reports. If you have sightings...
Yeah, possible. So he may be traveling officially. I don't think he would have fled the country, in my opinion, right? But because he is probably not, he would probably face the tunes of any legal cases or investigation rather than fleeing, because of his brought up. I think he has a significant amount of traditional background and his grandparents, everything. I don't think he will just flee the country to be humiliated. He would rather face the act rather than fleeing the country. Probably gone on official visit, or probably with the consent and with the knowledge of external affairs and government, he would have gone. I don't think
these are all procedural items. It takes months to set these things together. So I can't believe that. Yeah. So we wanted to tell what we are finding out. By the way, viewers, my take is that he's probably either in Washington, D.C. or in New York City. So if you happen to sight him, send a picture, send it to us, and we'll be happy to update it. Or you tweet it, tag us, Sriram as well as I. Our Twitter handles, and we'll be happy to retweet that. So that way, it's a truth. Wherever he is, that's where he is. So these are the handles that you can tag us when you find, if you have a PTR sighting in America, do tag us and we'll be happy to retweet that for you. This is all just essentially telling the truth where he is. In Tamil Nadu, believe it or not, the local channels, the local publication, the local any media, okay? Tell us what has so far been reported, Sriramji, before we go to ADMK.
Sure. So in the last 10 days, there are 4 or 5 things happened, for the audience. April 14th, there was DMK files that was, unleashed. No discussion. In fact, mainstream media, print media gave a bit of news about it in the 6th page. And mainstream, channels, TV channels, 10 minutes they showed the direct telecast of Annamalai's presentation. And then they followed it on their YouTube channels. Full 1.5 hours they showed. In fact, each channel, I don't want to name each channel here. There are 4 or 5 prominent channels. Each one of them had a 35,000 to 40,000, parallel, views at any given point in time. I think that was huge for any YouTube, channel to be watched, especially on this. There are 4 or 5 channels put together, about 150,000 people watching live on that. That is very significant. April 16th, I think that is when the first audio of PTR surfaced. Then the cover-up actions have started happening by the government of Tamil Nadu. They talked about reservation for converted Christians as a resolution in the assembly. That became the talking point. Then the second thing they started talking about is when Annamalai started releasing more and more details, and then social media started talking about the DMK files. Then what happened? they started talking about one more statute, that is one more statute to convert 8 hours to 12 hours working hours. Law was passed in the assembly. That became the talking point, and every DMK supporter, including the DMK ecosystem, the Dravidian ecosystem, started abusing the government so that they are trying to be neutral. That is when the G Square IT raid started. I think on the 18th or 19th of April it started. Then one more googly was put up in the in the assembly, or in the order, in the form of government order, wherein liquor can be sold in marriage halls or marriage functions or other other international events or celebrations or sports events that are happening. That is once again became a huge talking point. The Dravidian the D stocks, what we talk about, the ecosystem, started abusing the government, saying that they are making a wrong decision and all reversible decisions. You should observe that all reversible decisions, just to create a sensation and keep the people away from all the DMK files, the raids, PTRs, audio leaks, etc. But still, the social media, thanks to social media, this is kept live, and none of the media started talking about any of these two audio files. But when PTR issued clarification through video clarification, every channel kept on telecasting it, so that it goes into the people's mind that PTR has given a proper response. Another thing I want to just bring to the notice of our audience: every DMK claimed that 48 hours notice to Annamalai to withdraw or to apologize. 48 hours, almost 15 days are going to be over. More than 14 days is over now. TR Balu sent a legal notice. Udayanidhi Stalin sent a legal notice. For everything, there was a response given by Annamalai saying that he is not going to apologize nor retract his statement. So far, no case had been filed, even though Deputy Chief Minister, 2008-9 time frames, Mr. Stalin was a Deputy Chief Minister. Today he is a Chief Minister. There is an allegation that Annamalai made about 200 crores of money laundering, linking it to Alstom. Actually, government can file on behalf of Tamil Nadu government as a legal suit can be filed. Even that has not been done, because it is an accusation of a constitutional position, so the government can file. Even that has not been done. PTR has not filed any defamation suit or any other legal criminal proceeding cases on his tapes. So actually the ecosystem, the family and everybody is rattled by all these things and helped by the mainstream media by not taking this for discussion, by not taking this for public knowledge. I think, I don't think they can hold on forever. Couple of more leaks, and that is when sky it will hit the ceiling, and then people will start demanding a debate in the mainstream channels. I don't know how long they are going to wait for this.
I prefer to use the phrase, the proverbial excrement shall hit the rotating mechanism fixed on the roof of the room.
Right.
Oh, PTR will understand that.
Yeah, PTR understand that. He made that statement.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, the second audio, that was a statement he made.
One thing I have to say, some of the positions that he has occupied in banks, for example, somebody who has been a lifelong banker told me that you don't get appointed to these positions unless you are extremely qualified.
Right.
So this part of it has never been brought out in the people's mind. Viewers, I want you to understand, this is a good man, okay? And so far, I have not seen any cases of him mishandling money. If anything, he has been trying to regularize many of the appointments in the government, saying everything has to be appointed through the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. So, I mean, whatever, you can poke fun at some of his antics or something like that, but the person himself seems to be a genuine person. That's my 2 cents, Sriram. Yeah,
you are right. So he has, see, 2 things he has done, or 3 things I want to point out. 2021 and 2016 elections he contested. He is the only person you can claim in Tamil Nadu who never distributed cash for vote. He resisted that. Even communists probably went to the extent of giving some money, or allowed the DMK to give the people money. But this guy refused, saying that if you want to vote for me, otherwise I'm not going to distribute cash. So that I think that is he can hold
Takes
that
guts.
record. He has the guts to face it. Second, after taking over, he actually implemented several initiatives. He is one person who resisted all the promises that was made in the manifesto not to be met, only because otherwise the state would have gone to doldrums. Already it is in tending towards bankruptcy. It would have bankrupt, and then we would have touched a million million lakh or 10 lakh crores of debt already. So he actually changed the way the financial administration is done, and then fiscal discipline was brought in. So no qualms about it. And you are right, he held certain positions which probably, unless otherwise you had a real qualification, you could not get into that position, even with his background as born with a silver spoon. But still, he does have a significant amount of qualities. I don't think, like you said, he used to think that he is the only intelligent person in the world when he talks about many things. He used to ridicule people, but for that, he definitely is an intelligent person. We have to give it to that.
Yes, and we will see how this thing is going to play out. That's again a matter of time before more things will start coming out. So stay tuned, guys. And now we are going to take a different topic, a very very significant topic, because many people are now, based on a particular meeting and a particular optics of some people sitting and talking, many people are making projections about how many seats this guy is going to get, how many seats that guy is going to get. Before I yield the floor to you, Sriram, I have a couple of points to make. One is 100% the ADMK is rattled by the April 14th revelation, because Annamalai let it hang at the very end that it doesn't matter which party was in power. If you are wrong, you are wrong. We are coming after you. They definitely got the message.
Yes.
Thus far, EPS was trying to say, like, I only deal with center leaders. I don't deal with the state leaders. He had to eat humble pie, and he went to Delhi. Amit Shah didn't summon him. He went to Delhi. And then they also tried to sneak in to meet Amit Shah and Nadda when Annamalai was busy campaigning. Looks like Amit Shah didn't give the time until Annamalai could fly out to Delhi and be in that meeting. So a lot of things I'm seeing now, BJP is having some sort of a upper hand and control over this coalition. That's how I see it. Please prove me wrong. I mean, if you think there's other data, this is, again, I'm across the world and I'm seeing this thing. Please feel free as to how you think things are playing out.
See, I want to give a bit of a background as to why EPS is a bit rattled. See, 3 or 4 things I want our audience to know.
Sir, he also, one second, sir. He also had his 2 biggest lieutenants, the 2 Samis, Velusamy and
Velumani and Thangamani.
Velumani and 2 Mani, sorry. Velumani and Thangamani. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So, few things that our audience should know. Number 1, after the problem with OPS, EPS cropped up, and actually ADMK after Jayalalitha's demise has broken into 4. Even though the biggest chunk is with EPS, it still has some amount of division. OPS went ahead separately. Sashikala, even though part of TTV Dinagaran, she is separate one. TTV Dinagaran is another component of ADMK. South of Delta, that is Tanjavur and south of Tanjavur till Tirunelveli, Thoothukudi Tirunelveli area, ADMK under Edappadi started losing its focus as well as support base. This is the reality, because I have done some amount of dipstick study as part of winning elections team. We have done a dipstick study. There is a significant amount, and there is also another Tamil channel, a YouTube channel, which did a full-fledged survey, and then they presented the case that Edappadi does not have a favor or lost his sheen in south of Tamil Nadu. So under Edappadi, ADMK probably becomes a Kongu region, that is a western region party alone, if it continues. Second, Annamalai would want to form his own alliance, his own front in Tamil Nadu. Maybe collateral damage would be DMK combined will win 39 out of 39 in Tamil Nadu. That could be a short-term collateral damage. But Annamalai wanted to create a front on his own, headed by BJP, which will not have ADMK. That was his original idea when I was talking with him 6 months back. This was his thinking too, and this was his suggestion to central leadership. And if that happened in 2024, BJP and combined would be touching about 20% vote share, and then ADMK also would be in the same range. If that happens in 2026, the discussion between ADMK and BJP combined would be equal partners, not a 2.6% party, all these ridicules that they make now. So that will be a very uncomfortable situation for Edappadi. The third aspect is there are several cases that are the news is tightening against Edappadi. One is Kodanadu, the Kodanadu murder case, that is coming up, and then Stalin is very aggressive to pursue that case. So some point in time, Edappadi needs central government support in some form or the other. So that is the third reason. The fourth reason is, who will Edappadi project as a prime ministerial candidate if he is not with BJP? So see, what Modi has done after 2014 election is, it has become a more of a presidential form that, you need to put a candidate for fight. Either it is Modi versus Rahul Gandhi or Modi versus some XYZ. So who will Edappadi support? Because he tried through Sunil with Congress to break away from DMK and then join ADMK combined, and then Congress squarely declined that offer, saying that DMK is a much more reliable ally than ADMK, and hence they will continue even if DMK gives them 4 or 5 seats or 6 seats, they'll continue with DMK. All these put together, Edappadi was becoming a political orphan within Tamil Nadu in 2024. That is why he wanted to have the alliance. So this is the background. I'll tell you what transpired according to my sources. This is as per people who knew what happened inside the room, and not Annamalai, but someone, who were part of the meeting. Because Annamalai and I didn't have any opportunity to talk to find out what transpired, and Annamalai is not given to give away many of this information. So there are some other sources from whom I heard what transpired inside. Was very clear that Amit Shah wanted ADMK to commit to the alliance. 2019 and 21, BJP went after ADMK for forming an alliance. They literally were made to wait till the last minute for the alliance to get fructified and then announced. So this time Amit Shah was very clear: if ADMK wants, let them commit to the alliance first, and then we will not go after. So that is what Edappadi seems to have done, saying that yes, we are in for the alliance. We want Narendra Modi to be re-elected. We want to project Narendra Modi as the leader. The second thing is, Amit Shah seems to have asked about, how can you prove that you will be loyal to us? That is a question probably that has come up in the meeting, saying that you will commit to this alliance. And to that, my understanding is Edappadi had said that, how many ever seats you want, you can take it. I think there Amit Shah's language was, one needs to observe that it is ADMK will be in NDA. So, this has to sink in. ADMK will be in NDA alliance and not vice versa. So, which means BJP will be in a position to give out seats to ADMK and not the other way around. So, I think these are some of the things happened. And he didn't want to talk about number of seats, etc. But, he had given time for Edappadi to come back and then prove himself that, he is willing to work with BJP. Because in the past, what happened, many of the election campaigns, the BJP flags will not be used. BJP people will not be allowed to participate in the rallies. BJP leaders will not be allowed to be in the caravan where they go for campaign. So all these humiliations happen, including in Erode East election. So all these put together, and Amit Shah actually taken a confirmation from Edappadi to prove himself that he is willing for the alliance, and then he is committed. Until such time, we are continuing as NDA. That is the communication he had given. I think the 13 seats, 20 seats, all these are myth there. It was never discussed about probably Edappadi camp of media management trying to give out these senses. Look at the way that communication happened after yesterday morning in India time, 9 o'clock. Edappadi met the press and then said, between ADMK and Annamalai, there is no friction. All along, he had kept on saying that we don't talk to the manager, we don't talk to, we only directly deal with Delhi. And precisely what you said, Sri, is right. He waited for Annamalai to come back from the campaign trail and then, come to Delhi and then met them together. He didn't, Amit Shah Nadda didn't want to meet Edappadi and his team, 6 of the other people, on their own terms. Otherwise, what would have happened? Edappadi and others would have come out and then said several things that, look, Annamalai is neglected, Annamalai was not allowed to come in, all those. And you should look at the body language of people who are in the room. But even though I'm telling, Edappadi is not a trustworthy ally. That is my personal feeling. I have nothing against Edappadi Palanichami because he has given a good role. Yes.
Sriram, I'm sorry, I thought you were finished. I just wanted to add a little bit more about antecedents of Edappadi. Please finish your thought and I'll tell you.
No, I have nothing personally against him. He's a good leader. He's a great, he has steered through all the problems within ADMK. He is definitely a great administrator, a great politician, but not a trustworthy ally. I think because in the past, ADMK has never transferred votes to BJP or its any other allies for that matter, but has always gained from what the other parties have to bring onto the table. Even now, places like Tenkasi, Tirunelveli, Thoothukudi, or south of Delta, Annamalai has a significant amount of traction, which Edappadi lacks. And if the alliance happens, if it happens, and in the terms of Edappadi, where BJP becomes a junior partner, and as usual, like what happened in 2019 and 21, God save BJP in Tamil Nadu. It is never going to grow. If at all, this is a very right moment for BJP to try on its own, lead the alliance, maybe have ADMK into their alliance, form its own campaign, and then give. That should be the equation that should get formed for 2024. 2026 is a different question. For 2024, if that happens, then BJP will surge to a 20+% party where it will have an equal standing. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sriram. And viewers, we'll get to the questions in just 1 minute. I want to ask, I just want to weigh in a little bit about EPS's antecedents. Have you heard of a person called Semmalai? Sriram, you've known him, right? Semmalai. Semmalai.
No.
Okay.
No.
So viewers, I got this thing from a very reputable journalist. Okay. So don't, I don't talk to any political leaders. None of them I have met in person. The only political leader that I meet is Dr. Subramanian Swamy. I don't remember meeting anybody else. I might have just say namaskar or something like that to some people, but never, a one-on-one or sitting down and talking to them. None of that sort. What Semmalai said was, when he was in his young days, that is, EPS was in his very, very beginning, like panchayat level elections that he was trying to contest. There was one situation where the opponent of EPS got killed before the election took place. Now, at that time, MGR was the chief minister, and he was going to say, no, I don't want these people like this in ADMK, throw him in jail. But Semmalai was a minister, I believe, or at least he had the ear of MGR.
Sure.
Semmalai told him, look, whatever it is, we should use this to keep this guy with us because he's an excellent organizer. Because evidently, he never lost any elections at the lower level. See, you have to come up as a leader. So Semmalai was the one who saved EPS's skin in those days. But if you look at EPS's cabinet, I don't think Semmalai found a place in that. And I think he's more or less retired now. These are all things from a very reputable journalist that I heard. All I'm trying to tell you is many of the chief ministers in India have blood on their hands. That's all I can tell you. Very unfortunate. In fact, even Pinarayi was a primary accused in a murder of an RSS worker. The person who really skinned him more or less with a belt is the current National Security Advisor, Mr. Ajit Doval. Doval is from Kerala Kadar. Go and read those stories. You will know what kind of antecedent Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan has. I'm just telling you, this is how India's politics is. So if you think that I have a bit of contempt for some of them, you understand why. Let's now take some questions. Peace Lover wants to know, can Hindu Americans win legal battle against Seattle and California on the matter of caste bill? Do you think this bill is aimed to target Hindus' businesses?
I'll take a punt at it. I don't know what legal
No,
battle.
I think it's intended for me.
You have to say that. But I feel that, this is more or less trying to replicate the caste system and reservations like typically what was happening in India for quite some time. And also to target India or especially Modi. I think this battle was fought, in my opinion. But otherwise, you could add more to that, Sriram, because this is more of your forte.
Yes, indeed. Peace Lover, the final word has not been said on this. You should watch my videos. I have established proof now, incontrovertible proof, that the company that is spearheading this agitation, Equality Labs, Thenmozhi Soundararajan, these people got funded by the Democratic Party. The venture company that funds them is essentially people who work for the Obama administration. There is no doubt about it. So what you really had was the Democrats playing judge, jury, and the third word, you can fill it up. This is what happened in the SB 403, and it is going to continue to happen in a solidly blue state like California, where the Democrats usually win by like 78 to 80% to 20% for Republicans. I don't know where the Californians, including me, lost the plot. I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm an independent. That's why I can criticize both sides without having to choose sides or anything like that. But this is what is the truth today. But will that be implementable in practice? That's a totally different matter. I don't think anything is going to change. This is like Sriramji said, it is a way to try and knock Modi down a peg. These people know exactly the number of middle class that India has today. 1 in 6, that is about 1.4 billion. You divide by 6, that is 250, close to 250 crores population is middle class today. And these people do follow Facebook and social media and other places, so they get the information from multiple places. So, and they are, I think, a factor in 150 or 160 Lok Sabha constituencies. Remember this, guys. If you want accurate caste-wise details down to a village level today in India, this is not available in any government website. It is available in Project Joshua. Okay, so you understand how much digging has already happened and how many of our own want India to be dismembered. Shame on them. That's all I can tell you. Let's go on to the next question. Raghunandan wants to know, they will only find peanuts because G Square is just one of the many fronts for Stalin money laundering firm. Your view on it?
See, in any political cases like this, I think ideally they would want peanuts only. They don't want millions and millions of dollars of corruption money or money laundering money, because in court of law, proving that is going to be very, very difficult. So when you talk about a 2G case and then you talk about 1.76 lakh crores is the violation, it is never going to end, because opposition is going to claim, or the is going to say, okay, you have proved only 1.7 lakh crores. Where is a 0.6 lakh crore? So which means the entire case need to be dropped. So that is how the legal system will work. Imagine Jayalalitha got convicted for less than
66 crores.
Few crores. Okay, 66 crores, right? Lalu Prasad Yadav looted about 1,000 crores. He got convicted for 5 crores. First conviction was for 5 crores. So you want to get peanuts alone. So the irregularity has to be established, and then there is a money laundering case, and that's all the agencies would want. They don't want thousands and thousands of crores to be proved, because even for 10,000 rupees, the sentence is the same, or the punishment is the same, and for as against 10,000 crores. So 10,000 rupee case is far more easier to solve rather than 10,000 crores. I think, even if they find peanuts, that's worth it.
1 rupee bribe is a bribe. The punishment is the same. Yeah,
exactly.
So Sunita NL wants to know, will DMK raids impact the huge voter base in Karnataka in the Karnataka polls?
Sunita, no. I don't think, in fact, it will not have any impact at all. Kannadiga voters vote on several bases. Of course, caste is most important. The Okkaliga and Lingayat community constitute about 1/3 or more than 1/3 of the vote bank. And then SC/ST about another 1/3, and then OBC about 20%, and then rest all minority population, especially Muslims. So, and Karnataka is a cephalogist's nightmare. This is one state where it is a nightmare for any cephalogist who works on the ground. Various places, two things one can do. Vote share to seat conversion is far more easier in many places. In Karnataka, for example, 2018, the BJP got 2.5% less vote share compared to Congress, but the BJP had about 20 seats more than Congress. So this is a cephalogical nightmare for Karnataka. And third thing is, nearly 47% of Karnataka voters decide who they would vote for between 48 hours to the voting time. In fact, 22% decide on the day of the voting when they walk into the voting centers. This is why Karnataka has always been going up and down on predictions. My prediction, I have already put it up in my Twitter, and then I will say that about 106 for BJP, 25 for JDS, and about 85 to 90 for Congress as of today. So it's going to be a hung assembly. JDS will be a kingmaker, but DMK rates won't have any impact on Karnataka polls.
Next question, please. Raxi Boy wants to know, how serious is the BJP in tracking down the corruption of the DMK? Will people be jailed, or will it just be used for political blackmail?
I don't think, Raxi Boy, it's not for political blackmail, because if you look at the way Modi government has gone after several of these people, they don't stop by for a political blackmail. They just really take the cases seriously. But another thing one need to know is, unless otherwise there are significant amount of evidences available, the prosecution does not happen. Otherwise, what would happen is people will cry political vendetta. And that is why all these raids are happening, investigations happen. If there is a clear-cut case, I think they home in and then go for the kill. Until such time, it is not political blackmail, at least by the central government. Political parties may try to feel jittery about all these things because they know that they are at fault. But jail, whether it goes into punishment, cases closed, it will take a legal battle, long legal battle. See, 2G case, we are still going to have the appeal completed, and then rehearing. The case had to be reopened. And then, the political, the legal system allows them so many options, and available options are being exercised by the defendants. So it is a slow process, but I don't think it's for political blackmail.
Next question, please. Ishwar wants to know, will the DMK regime last the full term?
Very interesting question. Unless and otherwise, Ishwar, there are two things that is happening. One is a law and order situation is becoming terribly bad in Tamil Nadu. So if it worsens, then naturally governor has to take a call. The second is, if the first family can be nailed to corruption as claimed by PTR, so naturally there will be some actions by the agencies on the first family. Then the regime may not last a full term. But in my opinion, Modi has not used, or even for that matter, BJP has never used Article 356 to, in its full strength. Never ever, because they believe in electorally, formed governments, and then they respect the people. Unless otherwise there are certain evidences that come up, they will last till full term.
Sriramji, I think there was one bad experience for the BJP early on around 2014 in Arunachal Pradesh, I think. And after that, I think Modi made a conscious decision that 356 shall not be used. I don't remember exactly the details, but something happened in...
I think it was in Jharkhand or Arunachal Pradesh. You may be right. Yes, there was shortage because the governor wanted the floor test to be done, and then the speaker did a different way, and then they issued a 356, and then it backfired. High Court stepped in and then said it was Then they said, the floor test had to happen on the floor by the speaker and not in the governor's office, and all those things happened. And after that, BJP government, even in Vajpayee regime, BJP government never used Article 356 at all. They respect that democratically elected government should complete its full term, unlike Congress.
Yeah, see, guys, you have to understand that for the most part, BJP governments fight with one hand tied behind their back. I may be critical of the Modi government's policies, but I always have admiration for how much they continue to get things done despite all the blocks put in their way. That is something that we should always take cognizance of. Jagannath Das wants to know, do you think putting Tamil Nadu anthem in Karnataka election is a plan to target Annamalai?
Jagannath, I think it's a poor management of the event, in my opinion, because Tamil Nadu anthem should not have been played in Karnataka in the first place. Or even if it had to be played, first the Karnataka anthem should be done and then only followed by Tamil Nadu anthem. I think it was a poor management of the event, and it is an embarrassment definitely for Annamalai because they gave up a talking point and debating point for the Tamil Nadu media and DMK to take up. But you should also remember in the Tamil Nadu, I think when Stalin was unfurling the flag, even before unfurling the national flag, the national anthem was sung. So those things do happen. I don't think I blame Mr. Stalin for that, nor Annamalai here in this case. It is probably a mismanagement of that event.
Next question, please. Devendra Singhvi wants to know, when an entry of income of 10,000 crores was omitted by Chidambaram from his income returns, he is roaming freely. Where is the crime on records?
So 10,000 crores he earned by cultivating cauliflower in his terrace. Serious, guys, serious. That's what the statement he gave. Agricultural income is exempt from tax. He used that leeway. So yes, we all know that there is a significant amount of crime that was perpetuated by Chidambaram. But imagine he and Supriya Sule, NCP, another important very case study one if wants to go through that on agricultural income. About 10 acres, she declares 10,000 crores per year as an agricultural income. I really want to know how can one earn about 10,000 crores in a 10-acre land. Every other agriculturist farmer can learn from her and then become a multi-billionaire. I think these are serious crimes, no jokes about it. But that is what the statement he cultivated cauliflower in his terrace and then earned this money. So it's actually it's a joke of the decade.
Govindarajan Srinivasan wants to know, sir, can you share your opinion on Sesaka? I heard it is as huge as G square.
I don't know whether it is as huge as G square, but definitely, there is some smoke in that happening. But G square, why it is become so prominent is, like I said in the previous show a couple of days back, 1 lakh share paid up capital, filed a negative, loss return of 7 or 8 crores continuously for 2 years, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2,000 crores turnover and projects, and without any capital inflow, without any loan or lending from anybody else. I think even loan that the partners or owners of G Square had was about 11.5 lakhs and 17 lakhs, about all put together 30 lakh rupee as a loan that they got. And then how could someone do a 2,000 crore project or revenue with that amount of cash flow? I think that is where the mockery of the system came in, and a lot of cash dealings have happened. As I hear, whatever is the grapevine from the income tax rates is significant amount of hundreds of crores of cash dealings have happened, which was what in 2019 I talked about here, that which was where they went to settlement commission to settle it out of any prosecution, and that has been picked up now and then investigated. So that is where all these income. Maybe if any other cases comes up, definitely it is worth pursuing. Like Sesaka.
Next question, please. Raghavan wants to know why Modi is not fixing the administration and not making all government services online and faceless, and tie in at the source level illegalities and punishment of doing that act.
Raghavan, I think you should follow what is happening, especially on many of these areas, especially on ROCL filings and income tax. Income tax has become totally faceless. All your hearings and even all your appeals and everything happens online, faceless. You no longer go to a local commissioner office and then settle the case. It is picked up by anybody in the across the country. It is allocated on the basis of certain logic that is driven. So it has already started happening. At least on income tax and other tax, at least on tax regimes, this has already started happening online. ROCL, it is fully happening online. Still, there are a lot many yet to happen. That is Register of Companies. I'm saying ROCL or Ministry of Company Affairs is still online. Most of the activities are online and faceless. I think it's already happening. It'll take some time to complete it, but it is already happening.
Next question from Ambassador. Ask Sriram, what is this about Air Kerala?
Sorry, I think honestly I don't have an answer. Air Kerala. Sorry.
Now we will touch upon this, Ambassador, next Wednesday when TG Mohandas ji comes back. So we will touch upon it that day. So hold on to your horses. Yeah. Krishna Aital wants to know, would BJP get 3 to 5 Lok Sabha seats in Tamil Nadu 2024 elections?
See, 2 days before I talked about it, Krishna.
You said that.
Yeah. If they contest on their own front, not on their own front without ADMK, they will win 2 and then 3 more probably possibilities to come second, or even if everything works out, some of the 3 more will be won. If they align with ADMK, I said they'll get 0. I think, if that alignment happens, I still hold my horses saying that ADMK alliance will kill Tamil Nadu BJP from winning any seats. I hope Amit Shah and Nadda, some good counsel prevails on them and then says what the reality is. We actually, from winning election, planning to do some amount of ground level data collection to see what we say is backed by data in the next few months, and then see if we can project it on to public knowledge about it. Let's see. But if alliance happens, I still feel that zero seat.
Viewers, you should remember that vote transfer when there is a coalition doesn't happen symmetrically. I'll give you an example. In UP, they said after 2019, when Samajwadi Party and Bahujan Samaj Party were together, the complaint was that the BSP voters transferred their votes to SP, but not vice versa. And the same thing has been alleged in the case of Tamil Nadu BJP versus ADMK, that the ADMK vote did not transfer to BJP in a coalition fight, whereas BJP voters did vote for ADMK. This is an asymmetric battle, and what Sriramji is saying makes a lot of sense. You look for the long-term gain by doing what you think is right for the party. That's what Tamil Nadu should be doing. That's what BJP should be doing. At least, if nothing else, one thing has been established with this meeting, that the road to Delhi goes through Annamalai for EPS. Can we say that, sir?
Absolutely. The road, no longer you can bypass and then go to directly Delhi and then have a conversation. Because once I was speaking to Annamalai about it after he took over 7-8 months afterwards. I asked him that, how does he feel the relationship between central leadership and Tamil Nadu leadership? Because even the Tamil Nadu leadership used to go through the central nominated person like C.T. Ravi, who is in charge of the state, to the leadership. So, of course, Annamalai respects C.T. Ravi a lot because he had known them very well. But still, Annamalai has access to the top bosses like B.L. Santosh, Nadda ji, Amit Shah, and Modi ji. Direct access to them to talk about, present his point of views. And that is what he said that he had achieved. So, which means even other parties which used to parlay in Delhi and then talk about, so even DMK had T.R. Balu parlaying in Delhi with, BJP on various occasions. And Thambidurai from ADMK used to be the face of ADMK in Delhi. They used to directly discuss and then create certain amicable adjustments and agreements, but that no longer happens. So this meeting has proved very clearly road to Delhi is through Annamalai and not direct.
And also, viewers, maybe I should do a separate episode with Sriram Seshadri, psychophancy in Tamil Nadu politics. Sir, think about it. I have three stories at least three stories, and you can add a few more. These are all from past, so it's not like something that plays out today. These are all from the past, but that gives the non-Tamil speaking viewers an idea about the politics that plays out in Tamil Nadu. I'll share that thing. I'll talk to Sriramji offline, because this is a fun story. You will not believe some of the things that happened in the last 20-25 years in Tamil Nadu politics. That single person, projected as he is the one who will do everything, or she is the one who will do everything. Just we'll come back to you on that. I was just thinking about it when we are going through all this. Man, there's a golden treasure house there about how people used to act. Ameya wants to know. We are maybe one or two questions more. That's it. Is there a chance DMK will ally with BJP, because corrupt political parties have tendency to change side and ideology to save their loot? Same happened with NCP.
Excellent question, Ameya. In fact, 8 or 9 months back, I was telling in some of the Tamil media and local media channels that I wouldn't be surprised if DMK allies with the BJP, not because of this corrupt cases that are coming up, because Annamalai was going firebrand in Tamil Nadu. So if Annamalai's progress and BJP's growth had to be stopped, the best form is to not to oppose them. The best form is to align with them. The moment you align, because in Tamil Nadu, all along the elections are won on a plank of playing against an opponent. Say DMK played against Congress, and then they came to power in 1967. MGR, once he split from DMK, his sole aim was to oppose DMK, oppose Karnataka and DMK, and then successfully kept DMK out of power for 13 years, consecutive years. As long as MGR was alive, DMK could not come to power at all. So that was his charisma, that was his fight. So Annamalai was taking on DMK very harshly. Even EPS led ADMK was not doing their job as a principal opposition. Annamalai was taking it. So DMK ideally would have aligned with BJP at that point in time. Now, even now, I'll tell you one thing. Tomorrow in 2024, touch wood, if this is not the reality, Modi will cross 350 comfortably in 330 as per my assessment as of today, mood of the nation. But they would want to cross 400. But if a situation comes that BJP has to form a government with the DMK support, DMK will not hesitate, think twice before providing the support. So they are known to do that. So in my opinion, at least now there won't be any alignment, because BJP, if it allies with the DMK, you can put a end story to BJP in Tamil Nadu once and for all. So they will not do it. At least some sense will prevail. But in future, if support is needed from DMK, I'm absolutely certain that they will voluntarily go and offer the support for forming the government. So that is characteristics of DMK.
Thank you so much, Sriram. And again, thank you so much for coming on such short notice. Poor guy, I don't give him even 24 hours time. In fact, in the morning today, I asked him, could you please come at 8 o'clock? Because I wanted to finish this conversation, right? We started something a few days ago. We had left with some unanswered questions, and all the events that had happened, somebody had to kind of give a complete picture. Viewers, at least I am not political. I just want to tell you the truth. And I find Sriramji's views very refreshing. You can help both of us by, sharing this with all your friends. We have no skin in the game. I mean, we just want Bharat Mata to progress. And it is rising. It can rise faster. That's what needs to happen. Thank you once again, Sriramji. And viewers, as always, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.
Namaskar.